What's going on? This is a different kind of video. I want to talk to you about the process of how I got into credit repair. I finally made the decision I'm going to do credit repair. Also, to let you know, there's something that's coming in the future. I will be able to get you business trade lines, primary, and up to 2 primary credit cards that at a price that'll blow your mind. But we'll talk about that in the future. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened. If you remember this new YouTube channel, you know that the reason that I started this YouTube channel is I wanted to isolate the people who wanted business advice, who wanted to do stuff, who wanted to start a business, who wanted to literally change their personal trajectory. And literally, I think this is happening. And let's go ahead and talk about the whole process of how I got into credit repair. I have a course, the Art of Holding Business Credit course. We'll teach you everything that I learned when I got my business credit, teach you all of the stuff, how to set up your holding company, how to set up your LLCs, right? So I've been trying to sell this using ads. And literally the first set of ads, I actually hired someone to be in the ad. The ad performed beautifully. And then they were prompted to a phone call. What did I get? What did I get? Let me tell you with my first phone call. It was a gentleman, older gentleman, about 44 years old. And he had a 480 credit score, had no job. And I went back and I kind of looked at my video and I was like, and in the video, it says you need to have a 700 credit score in the video, the advertising. And then I talked to another person who had bad credit. I talked to another person who had bad credit. So then I had another thing I was doing where I had to make the ads, and literally people were booking phone calls and then disappearing, just literally disappearing. And then I had another thing I was doing on Instagram. Well, same thing happened. I started to get all these people calling who had bad credit, who had bad credit issues, who had all these situations. And I started to see this over and over and over again. And honestly, I got very, very frustrated because I was like, what, because there's several people who are selling something similar. And I think that they're going through the same situations. So as I was sitting there, I got really, really frustrated. I got really, really frustrated because I was like, okay, what is going on? And then doing the Instagram thing, strangest thing, meet someone trying to sell him something. Then we started talking, and for some reason he gives me his name, gives me his phone number. We started talking, and it opens up a new door. And let's go ahead and talk about the steps. I'm going to start a credit repair company. So I made that decision, and I spent time talking to my ad guys. Like, I got a really busy weekend, and I feel, you may agree or disagree, that I was supposed to do this. That may seem a little strange because once I made up my mind, okay, I'm going to do credit repair. I'm going to form a credit repair company. I'm going to do all this other stuff. This guy drops in my lap with something that makes this whole process a lot easier. If you're in the credit repair space, you know that authorized users' accounts are losing their power in reporting. If you're a parent and you have a son or daughter in your house and you both have the same address, and they, that will help them. But let's say you're someone in California and you want to sell someone an authorized user trade line and they're in Florida, that's not going to help them. Experian is in the process of, with their credit reporting pulling the authorized user accounts out of the credit mix. So what do you need? You need primary trade lines, right? And one of the things that I figured out was how to get primary trade lines. Well, I didn't figure this out. Let me explain. Like literally, I was working on selling the Art of Holding Business credit course, and it just dropped in my lap. I now have a legitimate source to get people not one, but two primary trade lines reporting on their credit reports, not one, not two, but all three credit reports, and dramatically increase their credit score. This is kind of where I say that I was meant to do this because, I had to fix my credit years and years ago. Like literally it took me 8 months. Now there's situations, there's things out there where you can literally clean up your credit report in 3 months or 4 months, maybe 6 to 9 if you got some really bad issues on there. And I started to think about this because one of the things I was going to do, and this is the pitch, because one of the things I did, and I don't have it on this, I don't have that phone on this table. Hold on a second. So on this phone, I can actually show you, I was actually making ads. That's actually not me. Oh, that's me. Those are all of the ads that I was making. And what the first process was that, let me kind of go ahead and give it to you. Hey, do you want to get your credit fixed for free? Listen to this program, right? Now, what did I just say? Do you want to get your credit fixed for free? I would have so many people that will hear, do you want to get your credit fixed for free? They will hear nothing else after that. And they would apply and they would be getting on the phone. And this would be the horde of people who have no money, but have an issue with bad credit and want their credit fixed. So like literally, like I've been practicing, and I was like, okay. And the day I had a conversation with my ad guy, and I like, if I actually create an ad talking about, hey, we can fix your credit for free, I would be overwhelmed with a bunch of people who need their credit fixed but don't have no money. So I was like, and I came to that realization because after I made the ads, and I made these ads and I let them sit for a few days, and I was like, that's just going to be the wrong thing. Now, this is why I say I was meant to do this. Now I can create an ad that's like, hey, do you want your credit fixed? And do you want to learn how to get business credit once your credit is fixed? Go ahead. These are the things you have to do. Number one, I need you to sign up with Identity IQ because we need to look at your credit reports. At the end of this conversation, you could book a call where we will go over your credit reports. Now, if you don't have your credit reports, I'm just going to hang up. There's no point in talking because one of the things I have seen, and now I'm kind of just going on, but that's kind of the gist that I would go. And I'll show you another one in a minute. Because literally, if they don't have their credit reports, because one of the things I have bona fide knowledge on, the average person has an approximation of their credit score. They don't look at their credit reports. They don't study their credit reports. They don't do any of these things, right? So these people are in the position where they cannot give you accurate information. And this is why, let's go ahead and, because I'm working on it, like, this is all I'll be doing this weekend. I'll be creating these ads and stuff. And it's like, hey, I'm here to help you fix your credit and get business credit. And check this out. There's some stuff that I cannot go into because this is an ad. But once we go on the phone, I could tell you some mind-blowing stuff that's going to fix your credit and literally set your life on fire. So just go below, book a call if you have money to fix your credit. Once again, there will be a cost to fixing your credit. If you're broke, there's no point in you booking a call because once I find out you're broke, I will hang up the phone. Now, I know that sounds really aggressive and tart, but once again, there was this story that was told by Tony Robbins. And I'll tell you, I remember the story. There was this preacher, right? And he had this this religious office. It wasn't a church, it was something. And he had some neighbors who were misbehaving. And he tried and tried to get these neighbors. And then he had one of his parishioners talk to him. The parishioners went over there and yelled at him and used some certain type of language. And the priest was shocked. And guess what? They stopped acting the way that they were acting because they heard it from the right source. See, once again, I know who I'm dealing with. Unlike with the car rental business, I have a firm understanding of the people I'm dealing with. And if I don't make it abundantly clear that there's a cost for this service and you must show me your credit for it, because like, once again, I will hang up the phone because I will be talking to a person that has a need, but they don't care enough to actually spend $19 to get their credit reports to present them for the conversation. This right here is telling me that this is not someone that's going to be worth working with. This isn't someone to be worth working with. And, you know, one of the things is I understand because like literally I've been dealing with this for the last 6 weeks and I keep coming back to it. And this is the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Once I made up my mind to go ahead and start the credit repair company and get this thing going, doors started opening up that weren't opening for the business credit stuff. Because I had a conversation today where, and this is with the source where I can actually get you not one, but two primary trade lines that report as credit cards, unsecured credit cards on your credit report. I'll be able to do that in the future. And also for people who want to do business credit, I will be able to get business trade lines reporting into your personal credit report, not your personal credit reports, but to business credit reports. So you can go out and get more funding and stuff in the future. And I'm just sitting there like, and this just happened after like literally I made up my mind sometime this week and I started working on it because there's things I got to set up. There's things I got to get going. There's things I have to open up. And I literally was spellbinded by the things that happened. I was literally spellbinded because there's a business that you choose and sometimes a business chooses you. Because like literally I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this because these people are not dumb. They're not stupid. And I had ads up for something totally different. You cannot tell me that once I start running ads for business, for credit repair, I fully expect to be handling 5 or 6 phone calls per day. 5 or 6 per day. Because essentially this is something that is kind of strange. I can fix your credit. I can improve your credit. I can teach you how to start a business. I can put your personal credit in a position where you can get business credit. And I can teach you how to start and run a business. You know, I sit back and I think about that. And it's like, okay, number one, MarketPlace research. There's a ton of people out there with credit issues. There's a ton of people with credit issues. So we have that situation going on. Then number two, there's a lot of people in the credit repair space who are fabricating stuff. So I can honestly guide a person with bad credit to good credit to business credit to starting a business. This will be some of the process because literally tomorrow and Saturday, I got to work on all of the ads and things that I need to get set up for this. And one of the things that's going to happen, one of the things that is going to be on the table is this whole process of building and setting up for business credit. Because essentially, this is another ad. Because once again, you kind of have to practice his ads. It's like, hey, do you need your credit fixed? Let me tell you, I can take you on this process where we'll fix your personal credit and then set you up to get business credit. And ideally, there's some stuff I can't say because this is an ad, but once we're on the phone, I can tell you some life-changing stuff that will happen to your credit very, very soon. Now, why did I do this ad like this? Because when you do ads, there's certain things you can say, there's certain things you can't say. And once you start making promises, giving timelines, putting in money amounts, this is a very good chance for your ad to be deleted. And this is something else that happened. I had like 10 ads rejected. And once again, this is kind of wild. And this is why I keep saying I was meant to do this. The ads, like I put my first set of ads in and they all got approved. And then my second set of ads, 10 ads got rejected. And the only difference between these ads was I mentioned that you needed a 700 credit score and you need to have some income. And those ads got rejected. And I was just sitting there like, that's crazy. That's kind of wild. But one of the things that I have learned is there's such a thing as timing. There's such a thing as setting this up. There's such a thing as doing things the right way. And literally this door just swung open for me today. Like I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't really pining because like literally I had an hour-long conversation with my ad guy and we were just talking about the stuff and ads got deleted and stuff. Well, ads got rejected. And I was just sitting there like, I was meant to do this. Because number one of the things I can do is tremendously help people improve and better their lives. One of the things I can do is go ahead and set the vision, because like I have a vision, right? I want to take 50,000 people through this process of getting more credit, this process of doing things that I need to do to open up the doors for you to get more credit, open up the process for you to have a better life, open up the process for you to do the things that you need to do to have a significant, healthy life in terms of making money. And like literally, this is kind of staggering once I think about it, because the business credit course is good. And once I get on the phone with people, because literally I have a sales background, because see, that's the key. This is the big key. You must get their attention and you must get them to call you. And one of the things that's going to happen is I'm going to have to hire people. I think the first month or two, I can do it by myself. And after that, I'm not going to be able to handle it. So literally, I need to start looking for someone to hire now. I need to look, because this is one of the things that's coming. Because I was having a conversation and I heard this number that 20 million people, working adults in America, have bad credit. And I started doing some numbers. If I got 2,000 of those people, and look, I have a phone here, I can actually calculate this. If I got, let's see, I charge this times 2,000. Wait a minute. Times, let's go 500. So if I got 500 clients times 2,500 for the services, that's 1.2 million. All right. So 500 divided by 12 is 41 clients per month. So that works out quite well. And this is kind of mind blowing because originally credit repair is a service business. And you fix people, but here's where stuff gets very interesting. I'm going to do way more than credit repair. Credit repair, how to start a business, how to form up your LLCs. And then when these people get to the position where they're able to get business credit, because I can walk them through that whole process and prepare their credit report so they can get business credit, it's kind of mind blowing. And, it's interesting how all of this has come to be. It is interesting how this is coming. So yeah, I'm in the credit repair business, or I should say I'm amping up, because most of this is going to kick off in June. And I have an email that I'm probably going to send out, because once again, I can get you, and this is kind of staggering, I can get you two $15,000 credit cards reporting to the credit reports. I can legitimately get you that. And that's going to be a huge, huge, huge game changer, because these will be primary accounts. They'll be primary accounts. So one of the things that will happen is, if you are in the position to avail yourself of that, you could dramatically fix your credit or dramatically improve your credit. And this is one of the things. And there was another conversation I had today with a banker. And, thinking about it now, it does make sense, because this is a cheaper option and it does way more. And honestly, I am looking very forward to getting these people on the phone, because let's see, Monday is Memorial Day, I believe. Monday is, or is it Tuesday? I think Monday's Memorial Day. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. But yeah, I'm in the credit repair business now. And it's about to be kind of wild, because once again, I'm going to have to be brutally blunt. Like, look, you did not get your credit reports. We can't have this phone call. Because one of the things is, you must see their credit reports, see what you're dealing with. And this gives you the ideal of how you could do pricing. Because like, you could have something that you could fix quite easily. You can have someone who may need inquiries removed. There's a whole litany of things. But yeah, I am going to actually do some things that are going to be very, very different as we move forward. And for those of you who are in the business space who want to get some business trade lines, I can do that now too. And this literally just walked into my life today. All right, so the videos here are going to get a little different. So I want to say thank you to all the people who are watching. And at the end of this video, there'll be more videos for you to watch. Just go ahead and check these out. And I will see you guys in the next video.